a brother or being a sister, it means that I am in relationship. Some of us, we think that we are brother or sister because of our race. But you're going to get in trouble one day if you think that everybody got the same color skin as you as your brother. And don't expect any favors from that sister's got the same color skin as you, because it takes more than skin color to make you a brother or a sister. Some of us think that just because we're human beings that we talk about, the brotherhood of all humanity. That's nice and that's all right. But let me tell you, the early Christians called them each other brother and sister, not because they were human beings, not because they were the same race, not because they were of the same pigmentation, but they called themselves brothers and sisters because they were all a part of God's family. They had one daddy, and that daddy was on high. They had a family relationship. They had a big brother, and his name was Jesus. And that same Jesus was one who was the lover of their souls. That same Jesus was the one who had called them into a relationship. Come take up a cross and be my brother, be my sister. Come and walk the way I'm walking. Come and share the experience that we're having together. We'll be family. Not only will they call you brother, not only will they call you sister, but they'll also call you supernatural. I was tempted to just say they'll call you Superman. Superwoman. Why? Because when you are a part of this special family, you take on new characteristics. Things that go beyond the natural. Things that the world can't explain and cannot define, because it's not of the world, it's of the other world. Supernatural. When you love your enemies, that's supernatural. When you pray for those who despitefully use you, that's supernatural. One party is so upset they're not in power. They've been fighting progress for 4 years. But I'll tell you, haven't you seen when we weren't having the president we thought we should have had? We didn't sit down on the turkey that was in the head seats. We didn't call him names. We didn't ignore him. How can you do that? It's supernatural. Some of us wonder why we can't heal anybody. You know why maybe you aren't healing anybody? Because as soon as you start healing anybody, you have to go tell everybody that you're a healer. Then God couldn't work righteousness because all he would know is you out there healing folk. And then you start selling the healing power that you didn't pay for. You have $10 lines and $50 lines and $100 lines for something that God gave to you. I believe that there's supernatural power. And I know that God has given some healing grace to a lot of people in this world. Some of them work in hospitals, and some of them work in clinics, and some of them work at the kitchen table. You may never know their name, and nobody calls them doctor, but then they lay a hand on you. You can feel something that's supernatural. I know the Lord has laid his hands on me. I'm about finished. This family, supernatural. But then there's one final title they'll give you besides that brother, sister, or supernatural. And that final title is one that you don't really want to hear. It's called servants. The other day at the general conference, we took out the word probation. So we no longer have probationary members. They say that it reminds some folks of their negative experience with the judicial system. But let me tell you something. When you really have encountered Jesus, it doesn't matter whether they say probation or not, because you become a new creature. And when you look at the Greek, the word that we sometimes soften by calling servant is really slave. We don't like to use slave because we say it reminds us of a negative past that we had as a people. But I want to tell you something. You ought not be ashamed of that negative past that you talk about. Because we can't just be an occasional employee of the Most High God. You've got to be able and willing to be a slave, a servant, day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute. You've got to be a servant. Yes, it's what defines us. It's not that I feed the hungry, but it's that I'm a servant of the Most High God. It's not that I pass out clothes, but it's that I'm a servant of the Most High God. It's not my suffering, it's not my pain, but I'm defined because I'm a child of God and a servant of the Lord. Yes. You want to reign? Then you must fight. You want to reign? Then you must serve. You want to be the greatest? Then you must be the humblest. You want to have authority? Then you must be emptied of yourself, surrendered unto God, and watch how God can make a way for you. Yes, yes. I want to be a servant of the Most High God. I want to be a servant walking in righteousness, living by faith, anointed, spiritual, overcoming. Sure, I must fight if I would reign. Increase my courage, Lord. I'll bear the cross, endure the pain, supported by thy word. Yeah. The prince is not the king, but the prince is still royalty. The princess is not the queen, but the princess is still royalty. Don't get confused. God doesn't need any help running the universe. But one of these old days, if you just walk right, if you just live right, if you just carry your cross, you'll find that God has given you Jesus, a name above every name.